welcome back to another fantastic / riveting / groundbreaking / exciting episode of Trial Hards. Look, we had some successes. We'll toot a little bit of a horn. We had 2 Trial Hard watches that went around at Doomben, was it last Wednesday? Action King, if hopefully you saw, if not you're looking at it now. Mine was elsewhere, but super run, so we'll definitely be following him forward. And look, doesn't matter how mature or immature you are, there is nothing funnier than watching an absolute rock hard on a colt in a mounting yard wherever you go. It's the best. So hopefully you all enjoyed that one. That's what we do here at Mugs HQ. We're all about entertainment. And Warrior S, look, unfortunately, she just ran into a pretty smart one called Beast Mode. So again, I'd be looking to follow again at the 1,000. I'd assume that they'll stay there because that's her go. But hopefully some of you snapped up that bit of a place price. But we ain't here to talk about placings. We're here to talk about winners. This morning we've had 16 heats from Beaudesert, Royal Aquis Beaudesert. So look, fortunately a few slim pickings. You don't see the Gollins, you don't see the Heathcotes, you don't really see the Neeshams of the world out at this part of God's country. But I do think we found a few winners, as well as a nice special appearance from one of the leading Kozi contenders, Far Too Easy, as he begins his prep, believed to go first up into the Kozi there in Everest Day. So let's kick off with him because it's always a bang. There we go, Mugs. Welcome to Royal Beaudesert. Now, look, we're going to start by just tuning into Trial 11 here over the 900. It was actually the second quickest 900 metre heat, but we got Far Too Easy jumping here in the green. Obviously, you know, he's not a pace horse, so he settles to the back nicely. That horse in front is Bobby Axelrod. So if you're an absolute Toowoomba / Gatton tragic, you know, this thing will just lead on its ear whenever it wants to, and that's what it does here. So obviously a decent tempo up in front. Coming out to the middle lanes here, just goes through his work nicely. I believe that's Michael Cahill riding there this morning. Jimmy Orman probably signed an autograph somewhere, but puts them away nicely. As I said, I think first up in the Kosciuszko is the go, but good to sort of know he's come back well. Looking for a good prep. Mugs. First trial we're gonna look at here is trial number 9, and a horse named Sharkosphere, which is a very, very cool name, but is a recent addition to the Heinrich beaten stable. So if you see the Heinrich colours going to the lead there, that's not the horse we're looking for. In the blue there with the white sleeves, settled in third. Jumps nicely. Pace in front there, obviously, from the other Gillian horse, which I'll bring up at the moment. Taking flight, that's its normal sort of pattern. But Big Jag takes the ride on this one here. So formerly New South Wales trained, really works through the line nicely. We're going to skip forward and go there. Well, as you can see, as they're coming around the 400, stalking the leader there, stablemates, I think Renita is overseas, so it's probably her job to pack the other pair of silks. But Jag hasn't flinched on this horse. You can see the horse on the outside there, Strong Martini from the Edmonds yard, given a bit of a niggle, and the horse just sort of responds in his own right. So really come through the line nicely there. Last prep, there's a bit of form around a horse called Satay Chicken, which has just started going around sort of those midweek Doomben races. So I think it can certainly measure up. Look for it first up. So we're going to skip ahead to trial number 4. So again, quality over quantity this week, Mugs. There wasn't really too much that was screaming off the page, but we've got one here from the Edmonds camp called Wahine Galaxy, ridden by Stacey Callow. You could probably call her, the princess of the GC if Daddy Noel is the king. King Callow for those playing at home. But we're looking for the pink silks there, horse number 2. So really no real intent from the gate. Settles there second last. Just gets in a nice rhythm. Trialled a couple of weeks back in a similar pattern, but I just think a lot of these horses, when they trial at the Poly Gold Coast, just don't like it. So we get to see a bit more of a true indication here. So unraced horse, this one. And again, you can sort of see she's not really asking Wahine Galaxy for an effort here. 3-odd filly, that's what I was trying to say. But
if you look at the Pink Silks coming through on the rail now, I think this horse trials well as well. The leader's given it a little bit of stick, and Stacey just settles out widest here. So she's probably ran, 1,100 metres of this one. And again, just watch her through the line. Absolutely push button, if that. Doesn't reach for the whip. Doesn't actually put any force in. Just sort of nudges her along now and really finishes strongly when, I guess in that position in a trial, you can easily just sort of gallop them through without much more intent. So this wasn't the fastest heat of the morning there for the 1050s, but a lot of them are race hard fit horses going around there this morning, Mugs. So this one I think is a good one to take from today. Hey, Mugs. So this is how desperate I am to produce content for you lovely Mugs and Muggettes of the atmosphere. We're going to track back a week here. So this is from Toowoomba, my week off, more or less. But hey, I just can't help finding winners. And there's a horse here called Ashigaru. So Ashigaru there, pinks to the front there. Bubba Tilly, a great mate, Bubba Tilly, takes this horse to the lead there, Rex Slip. What attracted me about this trial is I wanted to watch a horse named Rothgo go around of his set of trials. Went around in the previous race, and this trial itself is a second quicker. And I don't think Bubba's really asking this horse for a lot here. I'm going to talk through the whole trial because this is the last one for the morning. But last prep, they have really aimed up. Went around in a lot of Saturday classes, a few listed races there in the 2-year-old carnival. The horse next to it there, Matty Crops, given a bit of an effort, and Bubba's just still sitting on this thing like a rocking horse. Absolutely finds the line, underhands and heels, and this looks to be a pretty easy going. So hopefully they lower the bar a little bit, at least first up, and we're finding one at a nice price at Toowoomba there, sort of first up. So Ashigaru out of the Rex Slip yard, 3-year-old maiden, hopefully up the hill there on a Saturday night when we're absolutely dipping for everything.
So there you go, Mugs. Absolute poetry in motion. Again, quality, not quantity. So I was very hopeful that every second week was Doomben trials, but look, a few Metro horses, hopefully going around there at the Beaudesert ones that we might have found a bit of value to. So I believe in the next couple of weeks, we're back at Doomben. Again, Spring Carnival up here. BRC does their own little version of it. So you're going to get a few good horses coming back for some nice prize money. But look, last week, we found a few that ran well. Wednesday, if you're watching this on a Tuesday, Daytona going around. Hopefully we get about $3-4 for that horse. I think it's good enough to win first up. But from this series of the Trial Hards, have a look at your screen now. Screenshot this one if you want. We'll always post it in advance. So if you're not following the Mugs, follow us on Instagram, follow us on X, subscribe to us on YouTube, all right, and just keep the updates flowing. I'll let you know when they're running. You can bag the shit out of us either after or before. Take your pick.